Happy day, everyone. Welcome to Business Owner Burnout. Abby, take it away.
Yes, hello, happy day, everyone. So I am Abby. I am the CEO of Queendom Empire. I offer virtual COO services as well as online business management, and have a list of VAs that I partner with to try to help you prevent the business owner burnout, right? Because we all need some help. So that's what we're here for today. We're here to talk through some stuff. Um, that's something that Eric and I know very well. Sometimes we have to uplift each other and just, support each other in it and, help each other get through owning our businesses, right? So today we had a great conversation a couple of weeks ago about how when you're ready to talk about something, or when you think you are ready to talk about something, you better also be ready to go through it in a different way. Because sometimes when you keep going through the same stuff, you're supposed to be there's normally something new to learn with all of it, right? So before we get started, I just want, if you guys have any comments, we love people to engage. We love people to, put their comments in, put their 2 cents in, and just, have a conversation with us, live. And even if you're watching this on a rebroadcast, you can use the hashtag rewatch or something like that, and we'll definitely get to your questions and your comments and tackle those as well. So Erica, how's things been going for you this week? I know we didn't get a chance to talk Monday. It was a holiday.
Yes. Things are going wonderful. I feel really excited about the trajectory. Is that how you say it? Trajectory.
Yeah, I think you said it right.
The, the progress of my business, of my life, really needing to just take a moment and get. Remember, I had the situation with my foot, so just really taking a moment to get it together, and like not forcing, because I researched it. Say it could take about 4 weeks, and so I'm just like, well, they said 4 to 9 weeks anyway. So I'm just trying. I'm trying to get myself together because my birthday is this month. Okay, it's my birthday. It's my
That it
birthday.
is.
It's my birthday month. Okay, and so people who are on LinkedIn, and so let's see, LinkedIn. Oh yeah, and Facebook, y'all. Tap into the 30 Days of Erica. 30 Days of Erica is the I think I love this thriving life edition. And so, I'm giddy because this is my birthday month. Like nothing is gonna stop me from moving forward. But I feel like something that has come up with the burnout was I felt that. Like when we first started doing this, I was feeling it. People were telling me, oh my goodness, I saw it in some other people. I see it even more clearly now in other people, but in myself, I'm really just, I think and we talked about the idea of like not fighting it. If you are burnt out, burn out, go ahead. So then you can curate the experience that you want to have. Yeah. So I feel like that burnout helped me to experience the life that I have right now. I said to myself, no, this is how I need to be organized. This is what I need to do. And it has everything to do with me saying, hey, I need people to step up. They need to step up and lead parts of my organization, and me take my hands off it and let them do it. And it feels really good, to have money flowing through and feeling stable in your business and you know that you have the right people in place, and you can just focus on other things like bringing more business into the business, which is what we're supposed to be doing as CEOs.
Yeah, And we also had talked about how, there's some stuff in your in a person's personal life, you know what I'm saying, that could affect the business, no matter how much we try to keep it separated. When you own your own business, that is something totally different. Because you're not just being employed by somebody, right? You're not just working for an employer where what you got to do when you get there and things like that. When you own your business, that is a big part of your life, because that affects your personal life as well. So, you know, um, like you said, just letting yourself sometimes, burn out, and just letting it be, taking a step back and stuff. All of that is really important. And I'm starting to see why people go on. And it may be so, more so in the Christian realm, maybe, but there's people that take what they call a sabbatical. I don't even know the. Do you know the definition of sabbatical?
Oh, honey, yes. I have a YouTube that actually a YouTube video that actually went had a lot of views on it. And it's about sabbatical. It's my sabbatical life, and that's what I feel like I did when I left Nashville, and I decided to go into. I decided to just create this life that is my sabbatical life. And let me just to go and answer your question about that. Um, Sabbatical it's a break from your work, allowing everything to just be put on hold. It's a period of time away from everything, and so that you can have your personal growth, travel, and study. And so the customary way of it is just a stopping of everything. But for me, the way that I like to do it, my sabbatical life, it includes um, intentional time throughout the day that I'm not doing something. And because for me, that's a great step, because I'm such a busybody or recovering busybody that I like to be doing something all the time. And so to have parts of my day that it's not doing, or it's not thinking of particularly about something or planning something. It's just about me being with myself and me painting my toenails, or or just sitting and looking. Like,
Did you just say a recovering busybody? Did I hear that right? I just had
yes,
to ask.
yes. Wait a minute. Are you trying to listen? What you trying to say? What I am
I'm not trying
recovering.
to say anything. I think it's hilarious though, because there's only one time we really use the term quote unquote recovering. You know what I'm saying? So for you to say recovering busybody, because but no, for some people, taking breaks and having an intentional time of just not doing anything throughout the day and stuff, that does. I'm sure that does work for some people and stuff. See, me, like I told you before, like next year, I really, really would like to take the month of July and just not do anything. And July in particular, I'm saying for a reason. That's when I've seen a lot of people do it, but for me in particular, there is a specific reason I'm saying July. It's not just because everybody else does it or anything like that. I need July. So, where I don't have to worry about work and things like that. But so I think, that would be something to explore if, people haven't done that yet, because I mean, we need the rest. We need to be able to take breaks. We need to be able to give ourselves time and stuff like that. Hence the reason you're saying, let yourself burn out. That's the point. Even candles burn out when they get to the bottom. Even the best smelling ones, they don't, it's not an eternal flame, you know?
Yeah. I think a lot of us avoid feelings. Going back, let's talk about what burnout is, because basically this is data. This is information that is shared with you. And it's, what are you going to do about it? Like, what are you going to do with this overwhelming circumstances that's coming up, where you're missing appointments, or you're feeling like you've lost your passion of your work, or you're feeling lethargic. Well, you hear me say feeling, you're feeling. What's so crazy is we'll be having these feelings, and we're trying to figure out how we can get back to it, instead of letting ourselves feel that, sit in that, and decide how we're not going to let ourselves do that feeling anymore.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, because a lot of people have a tendency to just, maybe sweep things under the rug, or and me too, because I mean I'm
Ooh,
human.
sweet.
I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But I mean I do this. I have a tendency to do the same thing sometimes, just sweep stuff underneath the rug, and actually forget it's there until something comes up, and it's like, hold on, I thought I was over this, but you know what? I never really did just sit here and just think about this and try to process through this. So I don't have to feel that way anymore, you know? And then sometimes if you feel like you've done that, going back, even if you feel like you've done that, you think you've done that, something else comes up the next time where you got to learn something different, because it may be a totally different circumstance, right? I've done that a few times. I've had to revisit a couple of situations where it's like, hold on, because I thought I pumped myself up through this. Like, we really got through this. You know what I'm saying? And then it just didn't. I had to learn. Apparently I wasn't done learning whatever lessons, and I say lessons um that were in that, whatever the situation may be. Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
Yes, definitely making sense. You know, one thing I like about you, Abby, is the vulnerability.
Hmm.
Um, and um, I think we're missing that. We want to make it so, oh, you're this, so do this, and this. No, you need to feel this, and this. Something that hit me recently. I was listening to a talk, and this lady said, "Think on purpose, feel on purpose."
Hmm.
And that hit me so much, because I'm thinking it says so much there. So we're supposed to be what? Purpose driven people, right?
Hmm.
And as a purpose driven person, you're supposed to think on your purpose, feel on your purpose. But it
Hmm.
also means to be intentional, think intentionally, feel with intention. It means both of that at the same time. And if we do that, then we are not going to be running ourselves around. If we could just keep ourselves pinpointed towards the vision. Wait a minute, does this behavior, does this thing specifically take me to my vision? And is it the divine time to do it?
Right. That's my main word I like to use. I like the word purpose and purposeful, but I really I like using the word intentional, because I try to be very. There's so much
And
you can
I'm
learn
gonna
with that
vouch for
word
you.
intentional.
I'm gonna vouch on you for that. Yes, anybody out here who needs a virtual COO, or who wants somebody to work with them as a online business manager, listen, this lady right here is intentional about what she's doing. And guess what? I am so proud of myself. I'm gonna toot my own horn right now. I'm gonna give myself a round of applause for calling this person, oh, this beautiful person, into my life, because I've been looking for somebody who is as intentional as I am about people, about things, about our kids, about our relationships, about everything. You're so like, explicitly intentional about everything you do. You know why you do it. People ask you why, you know why. You do everything you do. Do you know how many folks you ask them why, they don't have no idea what they did with it?
I just had a conversation going back to personal stuff. I just had a conversation with my niece earlier today and was trying to ask her why on a couple of things. And there were some things that she couldn't answer. And it was just like, I'm just trying to get you to understand and walk you through stuff so that you know what you're saying, because, she had a question for me and I'm like, well, ask yourself this, ask your sister this, you have to understand why.
Girl, you know what? I don't know if you was one of them kids, but I was one of them kids. I was asking why. I was one of them kids. I would ask it. And then everybody didn't know the answer. Nobody knew the answer. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be the person that has the answers. Like, I am sick. And then most of the people that I work with, my clients, they're looking for answers. They're looking for somebody to sit down and explain it to them. But guess what? I know I don't know all the answers. I do know that I will walk you with you so we can find this answer. We'll get to it. We're gonna get to the root. Listen, I'm gonna walk with you. Let's figure out. I don't even know. Let's figure out. I don't know, but I don't know. But let us go find out. Now I want to know.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about you. That's one thing about you. We don't know a whole lot, me and you. We be out here in these streets trying to figure it out. We be trying to. Okay, let's.
And we do figure it out.
You know what? But I feel like that's a COO kind of state of mind too, because we gonna figure it out, baby. It's gonna run. We gonna find a way. Okay.
Definitely. Because and the whole, like, with kids and stuff like that, that's all they want is an understanding. I used to ask why a lot too, and my kids ask, they sure ask me why. So girl, I try to make sure they understand.
But it ain't just kids, girl. It's girl. These are. Do you know how many folks are embarrassed that they don't know things, so they just keep it going back to under the rug. They sweep it under the rug, and they don't know things, and no one shared it. No one is telling them that. Now they feel embarrassed to even ask about it.
Yeah, because they try to fake it till they make it. Because they don't.
Baby, and it's a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah. It definitely can be. And then you got some people that just don't want to admit that either. So, but it's fun. It's quite the journey. I do like figuring things out and just gaining an understanding of things. And it is about asking the right questions. I mean, they say no question is a stupid question, and that's true. That is true, because maybe some people just don't know how to process stuff the way we do.
You know what? And you're right. I actually feel like that no question is a dumb question. It is the person who you're asking the question that can't handle the question. Because when you're interacting with people are speaking with words, but they're also speaking with their energy, and they're speaking with, like, you can find out the nuances of what people are really wanting to share and say by talking with them, like paying attention to and observing them and listening to not just the words, but to the experience of what they're sharing. And then you can ask more questions. And that's called really holding space for somebody, is when you ask more questions in order for you to get clarity, but not just for you to get clarity, for them to get clarity on what they're asking. So then they will have the question. And guess what? Usually when they get to the question, they'll get to the answer themselves.
Yep. Yep, and sometimes that's all they need is a little guidance and somebody to just take their hand and just ask the right questions, and to help them, think for themselves. Because they knew it. They knew it. When you ask the right questions and you start picking and you start picking at the right stuff and things like that, they already have the answer. They already know the answer. They just lack the understanding of how to get there sometimes.
Especially if they're really ready for the answer.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Sometimes you ask questions, you ask because it's your way.
Mm-hmm.
It's your way of procrastinating. And you just keep on asking, because, I'm just going to keep asking. But when you're in a state of asking, you'll never be able to open up to the answer. You have to get to the point of accepting the answer, or you're going to keep being in a phase of asking because it's different energy. 1 minute, if you're asking, it's a different energy than you saying, okay, now I'm going to let the answer float right into me, float right in. Somebody has an answer, and that's going to that's going to resonate with me. And
right.
I'm going to say, oh, that works, or, oh, that doesn't work, or, oh, now this is the information, because you just sat up and you thought it up, and then all of a sudden it just pops in your mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
So really, really thinking about this whole burnout thing, you are absolutely like, burnout is a culmination of mental, physical, and emotional exhaustion. It's all of that at the same time. So it's overwhelming.
Oh yeah.
It's overwhelming. You're having headaches, fatigue. These are physical things: high blood pressure, pain and muscle and joint pain. You can't sleep well. And that's what I tell people all the time. You got to make sure you're doing baseline stuff first. Like,
yeah.
Of course you're burnt out if you're not doing the baseline stuff. If you're not feeding yourself, okay? If you're not getting up and going to the bathroom when you need to, if you're, listen, I had a client who wasn't blinking. Yes, she was having headaches. I said to her, now this was intuitive. Like, I don't even know what would make me say this, but I said, are you blinking? And that's when she recognized, I'm not even blinking. Like, what? I am so traumatized and triggered in my life, busy taking care of everybody else, that I won't even give myself natural functions. I hold that off.
Yeah, and that's a real, that's a real thing. I mean, people may, kind of laugh at stuff like, you had to remind somebody to blink, but that is a real thing. Like,
it is,
because sometimes you got to remind yourself to eat. I mean, there's people that really go through that. Sometimes you got to remind yourself to get up and go to the bathroom. There's people that really go I mean, those are real things. Those are real issues, where, I mean, it's absolutely the truth. I mean, I have been, one of them before. My thing was the eating part. That's still kind of my thing sometimes, because I mean, especially when I feel like going on, because I mean, I gotta remind. I'll get caught up in something, and I'll have to remind myself I gotta get up and eat something. That's probably why I'm running low on energy. It's not. I'm sure it's a whole lot of other stuff, but it's a real thing. It is a real thing. When I first heard you tell that story about the blinking thing, I was like, that's, you really had to tell somebody to blink, because I'll blink, you know what I'm saying? If I don't blink, my eyes start itching. I notice, you know what I'm saying? But it is real for people. It is very real for people.
I want to tell you about that client now, though. Listen, that client has their self-care, on lock. They have created they have curated their best day ever. That's something that we do all the time. Is I ask, what is your best day ever? I want you to curate what that looks like and give that to yourself. So going back to that sabbatical life,
mm-hmm.
is if you just say, okay, once a week, I'm going to give myself the best day ever. What am I going to do in that day? Oh, am I going to color? I'm going to walk in the park. I'm going to go play Frisbee. I'm going to wiggle my toes. I'm going to take pictures. Like all the things you like to do, just all day long. If you can feel yourself with all the things you love, just one day. It's not about nobody else. It's about just you doing what you're not going to consider nobody else. You're not considering like it. Everybody knows. Okay. This is Mama's day. Okay. This is a particular day. You don't have nothing to do with nobody else. I ain't got to feed nobody. I ain't got to see about nobody. I ain't got to do nothing for nobody. Okay. Nothing for nobody. I got to do for me. That's it. That if you can give yourself one day. And if you can't even do that one day, if you could just give yourself just intentional, going back to intentional, give yourself 30 minutes. Start off a week. Move it up to 30 minutes every 3 days. Then 30 minutes not even 30 minutes. You can give yourself 20 minutes because our attention span is only 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I am trying to next year get to a point where I only have 20-minute meetings.
Yeah, I try that now. I'm not gonna lie to you. We get caught up in talking and stuff like that. Sometimes it runs past because they're only supposed to be 15-minute meetings, but we get caught up in talking and stuff like that. I'll run over 15 minutes quick.
No, yeah. If you're strategic about your life, you get the nuts and bolts done. You get that done. Now, when I say a 20-minute meeting, I'm talking about 20 minutes to particularly focus on the things we need to focus on in order to move the needle and while we are having this meeting. The rest of the 20 minutes should be getting to know each other because getting to know each other is so important too. Like that is also being intentional. That's why, when I start my meetings, it's like gratitude, right? I like to do gratitude. It take about 10 minutes, 15 minutes for that. Then we get into it. So, we do the mom co-working. We get a lot done in that hour because we're intentional.
Yeah.
And so it's so good for us to really pay attention to ourselves. Pay attention to ourselves. Ooh, that's huge. I don't think people are really taking in what that means. Pay attention to yourself.
Yeah, just like you pay attention to everybody else.
We pay attention to everything else, don't we? We know what Beyonce doing. We know what Brad and J-Lo doing. I don't even know if they together or not. But we know about all this. We know what Trump is doing. We know what Kamala doing. We know about all. Listen, one thing about me is I don't know about none of that. I don't barely know about any of it because somebody's going to talk to me about it. Somebody's going to bring it up in my interacting with people that I'm going to then know because it's about them. And at that point, I'm really the thing that I want to know about in that moment is that person and what they're feeling and how they're thinking and what they're needing from the space with me. So that's how I know about this stuff. But I don't know, like I'm not seeking out and interacting and know anything about that. But a whole lot of people are involved with everything else but themselves.
Yeah. Yep.
What about you? Like what you really think? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. Because like and it's not, with the media and stuff like that with me, much like you, but it is, with my family. I know it's going. Trust me. I know
don't even let us talk about family because they will keep you pressured. They will keep you under a pressure cooker. Always got something going on that you got to go fix, or something going on. Somebody got this going on, making you stressed out. Got to go pray for this person. Listen, it's just, baby, family will do it to you. They'll do it. That's why I'm all about. I was just singing your praises earlier. That's why I'm all about intentional relationships. Because your family, baby, you was dropped into that situation. Baby just dropped in. You like, let me survive. Let me figure out how to survive in this. But when you are intentional about who you messing with, your relationships, it feels nourishing to be around them. Like when I'm around you, I feel so good. I flow. I get to be my fullness of who I am. When I'm with my Carrie, yes, my Carrie, because that's my friend. That's my business bestie. I talk to her every Wednesday morning. We was just sitting and talk about, because the name of our group is called not group, our meeting, because we was trying to do a group, but it didn't work out because only me and her decided to commit, was called Drinking in Success. Okay. And we be sitting drinking our tea, baby. And her business is exploding, and mine, I feel, is really expanding and exploding too. Now, we've been together for 3 years because we've been walking this thing.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's beautiful, but we have to have people. Going back to the burnout, you have to have people that's going to call you out. They be like, wait a minute, listen, you missing appointments. You seem a little, you have a little apathy towards things. You sounding detached. Look like you've lost interest in this. What about playing the piano? What about singing that you used to do? What happened to that? Like, you need people around you that's going to point it out.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Well, our 30 minutes is up here, so we're gonna close up this one so we can switch over to the imposter syndrome event, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
We're gonna talk some more over there.
Abby, let me go find your link to put it in here. Just a moment. Abby, tell them about your link. Tell them about how to interact with you.
Yeah, so both of us can be found on LinkedIn. I am under Abby Lee on LinkedIn, and you can also get in touch with me at queendomempire.com and schedule a consultation, or just a little 15-minute chit chat meeting if you'd like. I do have a outsourcing guide for VAs. Kind of explains when you're ready for a VA. If there's ever any questions about that and kind of what to expect and what you want to look for and things like that, like I said, or you could just schedule a consultation with me and we can talk and we can make it happen, because I do have a list of VA partners that I work with that is ever growing, and I am so grateful and thankful. So that is the easiest way to get in touch with me. I know Erica's on LinkedIn too. Erica, you want to tell them about you?
Yes, I do. And wait a minute, I was looking for your link. Oh, here it is. Looking for Abby's link so that you all can get her outsourcing guide. Please go get her outsourcing guide. If you are interested in taking that move and scaling your business and having some administrative support, look into this. She'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. Reach out to her. She's a guru with that. I just want to say that I love the collaboration that we have. She's my COO, but also, like, I'm her COO, so we bought her that, and so as I move in my business and get contracts, if they're needing program coordinators or VAs or anything administratively, I'm going to tap Queendom Empire for that because of our collaboration. And that's something that will help with your burnout, is if you have people who they can benefit the progression of your business. It makes it so much easier for you, right? And not just joint ventures, but also people who can be there for you emotionally, because burnout is physical, emotional, and psychological. It's all of those things. But for me, what I want to share with you all is the Thrive Oasis. I have a membership called Thrive Oasis. Oh, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Erica Kesse. I'm a love force with mysterious wisdom, celebrating life, a multifaceted leader. I am right now I want to talk to you all about joining the Thrive Oasis. The Thrive Oasis is a resting place and resource hub for matriarchs, for leaders, people who have been looking for that level up of support, that individualized support that will really see you and allow you to try on different things to find the right fit solutions. And so the Thrive Oasis, there's a 5 tiers of membership that you can join. There is the Seed Plus, um, Bud, Sprout, and Rose. And so please go look at that. I'm going to put that link up right now for you. Go check it out. If you have any questions, there's a button down there that says let's chat. Or if you have a question, you can click and ask me a question about it. We'll love to have you be a part of the Thrive Oasis. The starting price is only $17. So I think it is very affordable for anyone. But also there is chock full of opportunity within it, because it actually teaches you to become a coach and have your own coaching practice if that's something that you're interested in, and be a Thrive strategist, because I understand that a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners are maybe looking for another stream of income, and this is a way that you can have that. So yes, that's what I'm promoting. And going back, the reason I said the coaching certification is, you see in my picture here, the coaching certification is the corporate escape program, where you can escape out of your corporate situation, maybe your toxic environment, or a place where you're feeling burned out, into a thriving coaching practice. So that's me. And here's our links. Thank y'all so much. We're on LinkedIn. Connect with us. We would love to interact with you. We have newsletters as well that go out. So please tap into our newsletter. Actually, Abby has a newsletter that is called Business Owner Burnout. So please reach out. She's talks about all things outsourcing, all things burnout, all things getting yourself organized and having a COO. Yes. And my newsletter is all about really helping yourself with your imposter syndrome as a leader, as well as burnout, and maybe even some events to connect with others, because it's all about relationship. So yes, you all join us over on at our next event that we're about to have right now. It's called How Imposter Syndrome Causes Burnout. And you all create a thriving rest of your day.
Till next time.
Bye.